Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.
Okay, this is my most recent picture.
Wait. Go ahead.
Wait. Go ahead. So, what you see is my mother, who is the closest figure. That means she's right there. And then there's me right next to her. And you see like a metal kind of barrier, but it's not a barrier. It's like metal doors that you find in like theme parks, because we are at that theme park.
Yeah.
So this is us in Ocean Park, which is a pretty big theme park in Hong Kong. And this was like a few months ago. Like, I still have that t-shirt. I wear it a lot.
Yeah. So you're both wearing masks.
Yeah.
We're basically standing outside of one of the Ocean Park's biggest
roller coaster.
It
was my first big roller coaster, so it's a big moment.
It's a big deal.
I was so terrified.
Yes. Shaking in your boots.
I was like, and then when I got on, I closed my eyes for the first half, and then I opened my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, we're in the middle of a loop-de-loop, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, exactly. So this is essentially it's a roller coaster where you're seated upright. You've got the sort of the barrier or whatever that holds you down at the shoulders very snugly. Your feet dangle off the chair, and essentially it's like the roller coaster ride is like you seated in a chair that goes and does these loop-de-loops that are full on, right? That was your first full on.
Yeah, I remember having that moment where I wasn't on my seat.
Right.
And that is the most terrifying moment.
And did you vomit then?
No, I've never vomited on a roller coaster.
Right, but did you vomit on that time at Ocean Park?
No.
No, we vomited more. How many people vomited at your birthday?
Let's see one.
In percentage.
Okay, like 70%.
70% of the people who came to your party vomited? Okay. What is 70%?
So, it's like a bit more than half.
A bit more than half, that's right.
So, my friend Lily vomited. We talked about it in the last picture. She vomited right after me and my mom were doing this roller coaster again.
Yeah, that's true.
And we got off, and she vomited. And my friends were yelling, and we're like, Lily vomited!
But Lily hadn't got on the roller coaster. She was just feeling sick from a previous day.
Yeah, and Lily was feeling really down. So we gave her half a lollipop. I had a lollipop.
Yeah, I know.
It was good. And then when we got home, we drank some lemonade, and I think because of the lemonade, Bartlett vomited.
Yeah.
That's just another one of my friends. And Bartlett is the bravest girl like I've ever met.
Yeah.
She puked, and then she looked really sick, and then she was like, I'm fine.
She's just fine. It's just
she wiped it off, and then we did a dance competition, and she participated.
Yeah, I know. Bartlett's, full on.
Yeah. And then my other friend Siki vomited at like 9.
Yeah.
And it was right after she had lemonade, and she was like, this lemonade's really good.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, she left later that night because she felt like she had a cold and also the vomiting thing. But Bartlett fell asleep at like 10, which is really early.
So let's go back to this photo.
Yeah.
It's, okay, so the top, okay, so basically the foreground is Delian, your mummy, looking at me as I'm making the photo.
Just like...
You are looking up to the sky,
like
kind of
terrified,
going like, ah! You're holding yourself, you're kind of hugging yourself in fear behind.
I have my Fitbit.
Oh, right. You've got your little Fitbit thing.
Oh, wait, she is the Fitbit. I have a scrunchie.
Scrunchie, yes. And then behind you is the actual roller coaster, sort of the seat, the proper things that you sit in.
The things that go over you are yellow, and the seats are red.
Bright red, and so it's very dramatic. And then the walls all around are really bright yellow. With this also the teal. We say blue or teal? Teal, blue, yeah. And it's a great ride. It goes
scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
After doing it, I wanted to do it again.
Yeah.
But I tell you, when I was doing that, your ribs and mother's ribs were crushing my ribs.
Oh, really? How are we? What do you mean?
I know, no, not your ribs, your elbows. You were like
in the car.
Trying to keep me secured, and I was like
I was putting my elbow in your right. Yeah, just holding you down. Okay. So if you're a young punk like you listening to this, what kind of advice would you give them for facing your fears about a roller coaster that looks so scary?
Okay, so you may think it's scary, but let me tell you, you want to go on it.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Make sure you didn't eat anything first.
Tips
and when you go on, picture a nice scene, and then open your eyes and tell you everything's fine. You may think that it's scary. It is.
So you're actively suggesting that somebody who gets on a roller coaster, as it starts moving, that you close your eyes?
And then very briefly, before.
When you say before, briefly, like blinking or actually closing your eyes?
Before you get on the ride, when you're waiting,
okay,
close your eyes and picture a nice scene, take some deep breaths.
Okay.
And when you get on, tell yourself it's all right. And you know it's scary. Yeah, there's no.
Do you remember what words you were yelling before as a rider?
Mommy, help me!
I think you remember. I remember you saying, "I'm gonna die." Yeah.
Tell yourself. Also, tell yourself you're not going to die.
Yeah, just tell yourself you're not going to die. But that's part of the fun.
There's so many people that have went on this picture. There's so many people that went on the ride.
Yeah, and only about 5,000 died, really.
I bet none died.
I'll bet you might be right. You're probably right. None
so
died.
Just chill out about the whole dying.
Yeah.
That's literally 1 in 1,000 choices.
Okay, easy.
It's like winning a lottery.
Sure.
Except the lottery is death.
It's death. Do you mean murder?
Yes. Murder.
Okay. When we recorded the first episode with you, that was in this other world, this other time, and now we're like a year and a half later.
A year and 3 quarters.
Sure.
Excuse me.
And so how have you changed? Have you changed? Are you the same punk as before? What is it?
I mean, it's half and half. I've changed a bunch, but I'm still the same me in the core.
Right.
And, I have more protective thinking about that because of school.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, well, Cadence, look, thank you very much. Episode 80. This is awesome. This is great. It's really real treat to have you walk us through your photographs. Thank you. Thanks, Cadence.
Okay, bye.
So, is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So, if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw.